the mental toll that those 2.5 years took on you, was that incredibly difficult?
No question. It's not even, I don't even know how to sugarcoat that. Like that was, it definitely the toughest thing I ever had to go through in my entire life, doing it twice. Doing it the first time was, I thought, the worst, and then it only got worse. So, you just imagine this, like, okay, so your whole life you wanted to be in the NBA. Your whole entire life, since you was 4 years old. You get to the league, you get there, and it's not as sweet as what you thought it would be in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was fun. You were playing your sport, but maybe you thought about it and imagined it a little differently. But you're like, all right, cool. Listen, you be patient. Give it some time. Your third year in the league, you get traded without knowing, on a plane, get traded. Then the following year, you went to an organization that you thought was, they drafted you number 2. You thought they were invested in you. They trade you without telling you. You go to OKC, play 1 year. They trade you without telling you. Then you get to Indy, and it's like, okay, let me take this super seriously and really show everybody that they gotta really stop disrespecting me and just sending me off. So then I came back to Indy. Finally got to the position that I dreamed about my whole life, leading the team, being the guy, help us win, lead us, help us figure out how to win. Gone. So the first year is like, first injury, you're like, okay, all right, I'm going to come back. Got the greatest mentality ever coming back. You waking up. It's hard to take your first step. It's hard to sit down and use the bathroom. But it's a process.
It's hard to get into a car.
I'm telling you, it's hard to sit in a car for more than 30 minutes with your knee bent. That's why I don't like driving 30 minutes away. My knee is fine now, but like mentally, I don't want to drive that far. It's like a nuisance. Then after that, you fight back, and you're like, they're telling you, like, it's going to take time. You're eventually going to get there. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. You're like, I've probably fought through some pain, and my pain tolerance is through the roof. JJ, Tommy, it's through the roof. I don't think there's anyone who can handle more pain than I can. I promise you. And you come back and you figure out a way to make it work. Not driving left as much, not stopping left as much. You know what I'm saying? You figure out ways to be effective. Then it happens again. So then you're at a point now, you're at a point now where you start growing up even though you don't want to, or you're not even trying to. You're putting yourself in a position now where it's like, okay, somebody got to tell me something right, or I'm going to lose it. And I'm not even like that. That's not my personality. I'm not the person to not be able to control their emotions. I couldn't control them anymore. I got to the teetering point. I was low. Like I was in a really, really dark place. You understand? And it'll take you there when the whole entire time you're thinking it's you, but in reality, it's because you was dealt a bad hand. Again. So at this point, it's like, okay, nah. I have to change my whole outlook, my whole approach. Everything has to change. I can't be the innocent, nice. I can't be that guy anymore. You have to take full control of what you got going on. You understand what I'm saying? And it was a point where, I said this in an interview after the Atlanta game. I said, man, I was in a dark room. I was serious when I said that. I was not a joke. I was in a dark room by myself. Right before my birthday, I found out I had to do surgery again. Sitting my 29th birthday, sitting in a dark room, really, really asking myself, like, what is going to happen next? I was so low. I was content. I've saved enough money. I've gotten enough bread from this game and everything else outside the game. I could retire. I could retire and go do something else. I'm talented enough to go make some money doing something else. I was that low. I'm like, okay, if it's that, bro, then you gotta I was thinking about every angle. And I just broke down. Just broke down by myself. Wasn't no one in the room but me. And I remember because I was listening to Joe Osteen at the time. His choir was singing. His choir got me. Boom. I was just going down. I was in tears. I wasn't even going to go there. I was crying by myself. I'm like, at that point, you know, you do that you let all that out. And it was like answer after answer after answer. Okay, all right, this is what I need to do. And it just started clicking for me. And a year later, I was able to play in the playoffs after only playing 6 games. Really, what I did last year is it's not normal. Just being real, but it's okay. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I ain't get 20 every night. I wasn't myself per se, but I would like to see if anyone else could have done what I just did.
As always, thank you for listening to the show. Please subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Wondery, wherever you listen to your podcast. We appreciate you guys.